Guys, this is why I don't like doing these live videos. Okay, I think we're in business. All right, y'all, welcome back. Happy new moon. We are having a new moon today, and I am so proud of myself because I am actually here today on the day of the lunation talking to y'all about it. This is the Leo new moon, and this one is major. We've also got the Lionsgate portal opening today as well. And it's in between two Aquarius full moons, which I will talk a little bit about that later on in my video. But the energy is lit. I was actually, I meant to sit down literally like an hour ago and do this video, but I have literally been dancing around my house. I was listening to my Groovy Baby playlist, and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough was playing, and I was moonwalking in the kitchen. And I was like, all right, let me sit down and actually talk to these people because I will stand here and dance in my kitchen all night. I'm known for doing that. And that is big Leo energy. The energy is fun. The energy is positive. The energy is vibrant. It's lively. I like Leo energy, even though I do talk a lot of shit about Leos. That's only because my parents are both Leos. But I really like Leo energy. It's very, very positive, and that is what we are coming into starting today. So before I get started, happy birthday to all the Leos. Your season is almost over. I'm sorry, but I still want to tell y'all happy birthday. Happy birthday to the Leos. Let's get into it. What do we got going on? New moon. So for those of you that are just getting into astrology or need a little bit of a refresher, what is the new moon? The moon is actually in conjunction with the sun right now, which means in the sky, when we look up, it looks as if there's nothing there. The side of the moon that's facing us is not illuminated. However, that's not a bad thing. Energetically speaking, when we are dealing with the new moon, we're looking at fresh energy, new energy coming into new chapters, new spaces, new cycles, a little bit of mystery, but that's only because of that element of darkness. But the dark element is not necessarily bad when we're speaking to the new moon, okay? Excuse me, what else do I got here? As far as the general stuff goes, this new moon, as I have already mentioned, is in the sign of Leo, the lion, which I will get into that energy in a little bit. Before I get started, excuse me, on this video, giving y'all all the knowledge, if you are watching, if you click into this video at any point during this little time, go on and hit that like button for me. It does help make my video visible and help out with the YouTube algorithms. And if you are a YouTube creator or a person that does stuff on YouTube, you know that the algorithms be taxing you sometimes. So go on and hit that like button for me, the thumbs up button, subscribe if you want to keep up with what I put out, and comment if you have any questions. I will be very honest though, I am not wearing my glasses, so if y'all comment while I'm doing this video, I will not see it probably, but I will go back and respond to you eventually. But the eyesight, I won't see it right now. Okay, but okay, let's get into it. As I mentioned, the new moon is today. It actually, somebody is going wild in the parking lot. The new moon is today, that Leo energy. New moon's today. It was actually this morning at 9:50 Eastern Standard Time. If you are interested in looking at the time to see when the lunation actually happened, as far as where you are in the world, it was 9:50 Eastern Standard Time in 16 degrees, which I will get into a little bit later on in the video. The sign that the moon is in this time around is in Leo. Leo energy is very, excuse me, Leo energy is very dynamic. It's very fun, very lively. As I was saying, y'all, right before I sat down, I was literally moonwalking in my kitchen listening to Michael Jackson, and I was like, you gotta, all right, you gotta bring the fire down and sit down, okay? Just calm it down a little bit. Very fun, very lively, very positive. Leo is Leo's very ambitious, confident, creative, dynamic. Leo is also known for being romantic and compassionate, and they're also very, very fancy. Okay, we do attribute that a lot to Libra and Taurus, but Leo can be put in that group as well. On the shadow side, Leo can be a little impulsive. Again, this is a fire sign. Also a little controlling and selfish or self-centered, or all of those wrapped into one. But those are just the shadow energies because, you know, got to keep it real with you. I want to speak to a couple of major points for this Leo new moon general energy for us on an individual level, and then I will get into the aspects and this Lionsgate energy that we're going to be dealing with for the next few weeks, okay? So the first thing I want to speak to that's going to be popping up pretty prominently for us is the energy of ambition, okay? with us coming into a new season, especially with us coming off of a Cancer season where we got back into what makes us feel good, the things that we're passionate about, coming off of this Aquarius full moon and really seeing new ways to get to the goals that we've set in place for us, we are now in a position to where we want to take action on it. So, excuse me. We now see, like I said, we now see what we're passionate about, and now we're adding that Leo fire energy to these things that we have put in our heads, these intentions that we have placed. And with this being in a new moon, with us having a new moon, we are dealing with this energy almost of like the turning point for it. So it may have felt like up until this point that you've just been preparing, you've just been putting in work, you've just been, you know, putting in effort, and you're not really seeing much of a return. With Leo season, especially with the aspects that we have coming up in this new moon, it's almost gonna be like the spark, the flame is lit, and you just hit the ground running. Like it just burns up. And also, you know, people tend to look at fire energy as destructive, but I speak to fire energy as a cleansing agent. It is just like water, except for in the fact that it's not as gentle as water. Fire comes in and burns down everything in its way to get to where it needs to go, right? So that is what we are dealing with as far as this ambition is concerned. We're in a space right now to where we're all like, okay, I'm starting to feel again. The best way I want to put it is I'm starting to feel like myself again, and I feel the things that I want to do, and I'm reconnected and realigned with things that I know are meant for me. Now it's time for me to do the work. Now it's time for me to put in all of the effort. It's time for me to go for the things that I really want in regards to these goals that I've put in place, and that energy is coming in for us. So over the next month, more so within the first couple of weeks leading up to this next Aquarius full moon, a lot of you guys are going to be in this space and in this energy to where you're like, I don't want to sit still anymore. I don't want to wait for anybody to hand me the things that I'm looking for. No, I'm gonna go and get it. And that is very much so Leo energy. If you know any Leos, and everybody does, but if you are close with any Leos, or if you have Leos in your family, you can definitely attest to the fact that when they want something, it doesn't matter what they're being told, it doesn't matter what the rules or the regulations are, or if they have the resources, they make it happen. They want it, they go and get it. Okay. The next point that I want to speak to is just briefly, because I did mention Leo being fancy. Leo is opposite Aquarius. As we know, Aquarius is a sign of the collective, and Leo is associated with the energy of the ego. And people hear ego and they go, oh my gosh, oh no, that's bad. I don't want that. However, speaking to our physical aesthetic, to our appearance, Leo is all about appearance. You guys know that Leo is known for taking center stage. They are the showmen of the, or the show people of the why couldn't I get the word out? Of the zodiac. They are the show people of the zodiac. They're the superstars of the zodiac. So when it comes to appearance, like I said, if you know any Leos, you already know they don't do the sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. I mean, like, they do, but they really don't. Like, even if they're doing that, they throwing on some hoops, they got some lip gloss or something, or, you know, the waves is gonna be on swim, even if it's just a t-shirt and some jeans that day. Leo is very much so into their appearance. I was laughing, I was painting my nails yesterday, and I was just laughing at myself because I was taking the nail polish off, and I was thinking about doing this video, and I'm thinking about the fact that my mom is a Leo. And I don't know how old I was, but I was very, very little. Not little. I was elementary school age, but I had just started getting into nail polish and stuff, right? So, you know, at that age, you're not really worried about your nails chipping. My mom had picked me up one day, and she looked at my hands, and she was like, if you're gonna be wearing nail polish, Aja, you need to make sure that it's not looking like that. And I was so like, in my little kid heart, I was like, well, damn, okay. But as I got older, my nails are always, and they still do chip because I am me, but like, I can't do like no nail polish on my hands. I cannot do my nails looking super crazy, and that I attribute that to being raised by a Leo woman. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, over the course of the month, you may be paying a lot more attention to your physical appearance. You may just be giving yourself a little bit more love, like a spa day or a couple spa days, because it will be Leo energy that we'll be working with for this lunar cycle. You might want to change your hair. You might be looking at doing something with your fitness to, I don't want to say fix. Ooh, let's not use the word fix in regards to the body. And looking into doing something in regards to the fitness, in regards to, getting your health together and getting your body to look the way that you want it to look. I do not judge. I'm not into plastic surgery, but or plastic surgery like body alterations, but people are. This is definitely a season where people might be picking up a few more hours or actually doing the research to go and get those procedures done. Appearance and the way that we present ourselves to the world is going to be pretty big during this time. You just might, this is also an energy in which you just might feel like getting cute. Like, you guys look at me. I ain't going nowhere. I literally sat down to do this video, and like I said, I've been dancing around my house for the past hour. But Leo energy, I woke up today and I was like, you know what, let me get real cute. Let me get cute for this video. So over the next couple of weeks, over the next month, because we are talking about the new moon and the lunar cycle, just feeling pretty, feeling like you want to step out, pop out, and get yourself cute, get yourself looking right. Might do some things with your skincare routine. Like I said, might change your hair. Again, might do some spa days or something of the sort. But the appearance and the way that we present ourselves and the ways that we are seen, again, because Leo is the superstar of the show, we want to make sure that we look good, right? The next main point, speaking to the general energy that I want to tap into, is Leo being that energy of doing what they want and getting what they want. Me and my sister, we have this, it's like, I guess it's like our little personal mantra between the two of us, but anytime we're feeling like down and we're wondering if we should do something, what we say to each other is, you do what you want when you pop in. And Leo new moon energy, Leo new moon energy is definitely, you do what you want when you pop in. As I mentioned earlier, you're in this ambitious space of feeling like, I have everything that I need to go for the things that I want. You're also in this space of, I'm looking cute, I'm feeling good, and so to put those two together, and it's like anything that you want, you can achieve. So do what you want when you pop in. For example, my dad is also a Leo. I know you guys are like, what? Both of your parents are Leos? Yes, both of my parents are Leos. And I am a sensitive ass Cancer. I don't know how I made it, but I made it. My dad, I had called him a couple weeks ago to talk to him about some stuff, and it was literally the same thing on my end, speaking to him about my job and my career. And I'm talking to him, telling him how I'm worried about, like the next step. I don't really know. I want to be prepared and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, you know what? I think I'm about to quit. And then my dad is like, yeah, me too. I'm not with that anymore. They're not giving me the spaces and the opportunities that I need to shine. My talents could be better used somewhere else. So I'm going to go somewhere else and get the recognition and get the work that I want and the things that I deserve because I put the work in. You do what you want when you pop in. I tell you, I got off the phone with my dad and I was like, okay, Spirit, I see you. Way to send it through my dad. But also that's Leo energy. Leo does not wait for people to give anything to them. They don't wait to be told, oh, you can do X, Y, and Z. Leo energy is fixed. They are all about doing the work, taking the action, making the stuff happen. And they're fire. So like you can't tame, you could tame fire, but like you really can't. In its true nature, you can't really tame fire. So you do what you want when you pop in. So get into doing the things that you really want to do during this next month, especially with all of the energies that we have coming in as well. I'm going to speak to that in a second. I'm going to speak to the aspects. I want to tell you guys briefly about the shadow energies of Leo, just so that you're aware. On the shadow side, again, Leo can be impulsive. Leo can be self-centered or selfish. And that big, like, I'm the star of the show, everybody look at me. The main warning for Leo season is to not be writing checks with your mouth that your ass can't cash. And if you know any Leos, you have seen this. You have seen that Leo, big fire, confidence, turn around and bite them in the ass. And it happens with everybody, but this is specific to Leo energy. It's really specific to fire energy, but because we're in Leo season, we're going to talk about it here. So just be very mindful as you're moving, especially with all of this change and this energy coming in and these feelings of I can do it and I can make it happen. Just be very mindful that you are still, being logical, that you're still going in prepared, that you're still, moving in and out of positivity and out of love. Don't, like I said, do not write a check that your ass can't cash and then be standing there and you on center stage because you in the Leo energy and you like, oh, well, actually. So So just be mindful of that energy coming in, okay? Quickly speaking to the aspects of this new moon, there aren't really a lot of big aspects, but there is one major. There's a major one that I want to speak to. This new moon will be squaring Uranus, and so Uranus is the planet of unexpected changes, and just Jupiter's a planet of expansion, but I also attribute expansive energy to Uranus as well, but more so in the direction of exploration. Like oppositions, it's not necessarily a harmonious energy, and squares tend to be a little bit more urgent. They have a little bit more of a call to action. And so with this being the planet of unexpected change and us having a new moon in a fire sign, there's a little aspect of chaos coming in here, and that is what, like if you go online and you Google new moon in Leo for 2021, that's like the main thing that you'll see is like, oh, chaos, unexpected chaos. It's gonna be a little crazy, but don't astrology is a tool to get some insight into your energies and how to work with the energies that are around you collectively. Things may change. We still got all these race relations going on. There's crazy stuff happening all around the world. I'm just speaking to the United States right now because that's where I live, but things might get we're going to be seeing some very strange news headlines over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be hearing about people rebelling. We might be hearing about some uprisings. We might be hearing about, some shifts in some political things because we're talking about Uranus, and I will be putting up the Uranus retrograde video over the next couple of days if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about what that energy has in store for all of us. It's a very interesting energy, and it can be a little difficult at time, but you know what, I'm not gonna go into it because this is the Leo new moon energy, Leo new moon video. Check that video out in the next couple of days. I think I might put it up tomorrow. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, unexpected change coming in with this new moon in Leo, so there could be a little bit of chaos. You've got fire and you've got earth, the Uranus and Taurus clashing, changes that are needed. Coming in hot, right? However, we've got this Leo, confident, courageous energy. So the changes that are coming in for us on an individual level, we'll be able to tap into the energy of confidence and courage and be able to, maneuver them and work through them. On a collective level, things might be a little bit more chaotic. They might look a little bit more crazy. And I do feel like that is more so in regards to this pandemic, which I'm actually going to do the 5th COVID reading a little bit later on tonight. You guys have been asking for it. I'll put those, I'm pulling cards on it tonight because we got some wild stuff going on. But Uranus in Taurus square, new moon in Leo, and Lionsgate happening. So a lot of, it's intense energy happening right now. So just be mindful of that. But as far as it goes on an individual level, because it is the new moon in Leo, this square to Uranus, you will have the courage and the confidence. And also you'll be able to come up, because Leo is creative, you'll be able to tap into the resources that you need to be able to work through these changes and adapt to these changes in the ways that you need to, okay? I also mentioned that this new moon is in between 2 Aquarius full moons. Aquarius is opposite Leo, so this new moon is right in the middle of 2 moons and it's opposite energy. So this is a very intense, very important, and highly energetic, highly spiritual point for us as far as the cosmos go. What we're really looking at here, specifically at this point, being in this energy, is being in this space of who are we and who do we want people to see us as? What do we want people to know us for? What do we want people to, how do we want people to interact with us? What type of work do we want to be doing with others? And how do we want to feel about ourselves? How do we get to the point to where we can actually make all of that stuff happen? And that is something that is coming in for us. To give you guys a little example, I mentioned earlier in this video, I was talking to my dad about my career. For those of y'all that have been watching my channel for a while, you know that this has been coming. But over the course of the last month, I've been in and out, trying to figure it out. With encouragement of my dad's Leo energy and a Pisces friend of mine, I decided this job is not doing it for me. I don't have time to devote to my business or to my talents. I'm also a freelance writer, you guys. So I quit, and I've been booking freelance gigs, and I've been having time to do my readings and to do stuff for SunshinehazeCo. there are changes coming in, and I'm in a position now to where I'm like, what is it that I want? What do I want people to see me as? I was getting tired of people asking me how the airport was. I don't care. I don't know. I go there to get paid. Well, I don't anymore. I was getting tired of that. No, ask me how my business is doing. Ask me how, if I have any scripts, if I'm producing any films. So in the middle of two Aquarius full moons, who are you? Who am I? What do I want? Who do I want these people to see me as? And how do I interact with the collective? That is coming in for us, okay? Going into the numerology, this moon is in 16 degrees. So we are dealing with the energies of the number 1 and the number 6 combined into the number 7. So number 1, new beginnings, manifestation, independence, new chapters, right? Number 6 is all about building upon foundations that you have put in place. 6 also resonates with an energy of nostalgia, and it's also an energy of diligence. So together, 7, you've got truth and philosophy and divinity. So this Leo new moon, going back to, again, coming into the truest form of ourselves, really figuring out who it is that we are. And I don't say that to say that we go through life not knowing who we are, but when we come into these energies, it's like we have epiphanies that say, hey, this has been going on in your life and you're really not in alignment with that. Or it says, hey, there's something over there, because this is new moon. Let's speak to new moon energy. Hey, there's something over there that sparkles for you and shines for you. There's something over there that is tugging at your heartstrings, and that's what you need to get into. So coming into this space to where we're resonating with our own truth and resonating with the things that make us happy and make us feel good and make us feel abundant, because we are dealing with the Sun Leo energy, right? This moon is happening today on a 3-day, 3. I typically, when I speak to 3, I give it the 3 C's: community, creativity, and collaboration. But 3 also harnesses the energy of manifestation, and specifically positive manifestation. So going back to, what do I want? Who am I? What do I need? And then also going back to speaking on the points of ambition and bringing in and creating the opportunities for yourself. That is really what's happening here. So you're manifesting while also doing the work on the manifestations, the intentions that you're putting out there simultaneously, honestly. But we're dealing with fire energy, so this is not surprising. This is Leo. Leo, like I said, you do what you want when you pop in, and Leo always does what they want, because Leo always feels like they're popping, and they are. It is what it is. You feel me? Okay, I want to, before I wrap this up and give you guys a little bit of rituals, everybody's talking about the Lionsgate, because that is, the portal's opening today. So a lot of people will just start talking to y'all in these videos and be like, oh, Lionsgate, blah, blah, blah. But y'all are probably like, what in the hell? What is that? So the Lionsgate is actually when there are stars aligned at the top of at the lion's head, okay? At the constellation of Leo, the lion's head. And I believe it's the star Sirius, aligning up with like Orion's belt. And this opens an energetic portal. This is a cosmic alignment. And so the energy is very, very intense. It's very positive, and it's, the veil is thin, one, and it's also, it opens up, what is the word that I'm looking for? I'll get to it, but let me go back to what I was saying about these energies. So with this Lionsgate portal opening up, there's also the significance of the number 8, and that's why it's so important. It's on 8/8. It opens it actually opens at the end of July, but we in astrology, we say that the portal opens on 8/8 because of the numerical significance. So we're dealing with the energy of the number 8, which is all about cycles. 8 is the infinity number, and 8 is the number of karma as well. So Lionsgate portal energy brings in karmic cycles, and it also gives you glimpses into the things that will be infinite for you. And when I say that, I mean in regards to your talents and your abilities. So Lionsgate energy, what's happening for us now, connected to this Leo new moon energy, we're in a space to where our physical selves can really align with our spirit, really align with our souls. I consider our higher selves is what I call it. You can really align with your higher self and really get some insight and enlightenment and awakening. This is also a time, as I said earlier, where the veil is very thin. So you're definitely going to be getting downloads in your dreams. For sure, in interactions with people, especially other people who are also very spiritual or who practice certain spiritual rituals or things of that sort, having like spiritual interactions with them in regards to where like there could be like telepathy going on, there could be you could literally be like transferring energy to these people, like when you touch them, and you'll notice it. Also with this Lionsgate energy, there is heightened spiritual and psychic gifts. So even if you don't typically well, everybody has these gifts, but a lot of people have not tapped into them. Even if you think you don't have them or you have never had experiences, I would not be surprised over the next couple of weeks if you're having instances in which you're experiencing a little bit of clairvoyance, and where you have like a flash, you see something in your head, you imagine something, and then a couple of weeks later you see it play out. That is not deja vu, that you really did have a clairvoyant experience. The Lionsgate portal is open. Clairaudience, you might be sitting in your crib one day and hear like a conversation between like your friend and a person that you know, and you're like, what in the hell, like, and you're looking at your phone like, did I accidentally butt dial them, like what's going on? Nope. Clairaudience, psychic gifts, and spirituality very, very heightened at this time. So if you are somebody that does practice certain spiritual rituals, as long as you're doing it in light and in positivity, this is really a good time to work on them, like manifestation rituals, anything in regards to the things that you want to see come in, and also in regards to gaining clarity and illumination on how to progress. This is the time to do it. I suggest meditating. I like guided meditations, but I also like to listen to solfeggio frequencies. Any solfeggio frequencies connected with a like third eye chakra energy, and I don't know the numbers off the top of my head like that, but Google is free, y'all. Will definitely help get you into that space, like meditating, listening to those things, really putting yourself in these places to where you are giving yourself the time and the space to really, when I say communicate, I don't necessarily mean sitting there talking to spirits or talking to ghosts, but really connect and communicate with spirit on a higher level. That is important for right now. A lot of important information and energy coming in for us on a collective and an individual level. Okay. Now, before I wrap this up, I want to get into the rituals or the little practices that I do for the new moon. I keep it very real, and as you guys know, I speak to spirituality in a way that states spirituality is not the same for every person. Spirituality is not like religion. It's not a set of rules. There is no book that tells you how to do everything. While there are guidelines and people do put out information, and I read these things, it's you do what works for you. And I only say that because I had to catch myself yesterday. Somebody posted something or tweeted something, and they were tweeting about their rituals, and I was like, baby, why are you sleeping with them stones under your pillow? But then I was like, you know what? That works for her. I can't sleep with amethyst under my pillow. I sleep with selenite under my pillow. But I caught myself. Spirituality is not the same for everybody. You do what works for you, but you do it with as long as you educate yourself. Do not ever sit down and do no ritual without getting a little bit of education or getting a little bit of knowledge from somebody that also does it. When you do these spiritual rituals, you are opening your energy up. And when you open your energy up, you open it up to bring in good, and you open it up to bring in bad. And if you don't do this spiritual work with intention, you can pick up some weird and wild shit. So just be very, very mindful and very careful, and always move with intention. Anytime I sit down before I do any ritual, I do a protective prayer. And you do what works for you. I'm very intricate. I'm a Capricorn rising, so I might have a little bit of an OCD tendency to where I'm like, this and this and this and this and this and this and this needs to be in place so that I can do this. But some people might just be like, I'm gonna burn some sage, and I just ask that I am protected, and that works for them. You know what I'm saying? Me, I can't go around and just burn Palo Santo. I actually have to sit here and speak and articulate what type of protections I want for me, because I've noticed that before. If I just do that, I sit down and then I do my readings and I'm like, I don't even know what this means. You know what I mean? So be very mindful, and when you do these rituals, that was just a disclaimer. I didn't mean to talk y'all's ear off with that. Now let's get into it. So for the new moon, what I typically do, I literally just write new moon intentions, and I do a reading for myself, but with my intentions. And I hate when I do this, but I have to put the sentence like this: with my intentions, I am very intentional. With your new moon intentions, you want to make sure that you have a notebook that is specifically only for your new moon intentions. Okay, I have had this since either 2017 or 2016. I've had this since 2017, actually. New moon in Virgo in 2017. Oh, that's coming up. I don't do anything else in this book. This new moon book is specifically for new moon intentions. I don't write notes in here. I don't rip out pieces of paper. I really don't. I kind of treat this book like my Bible, which I know I just talked to you about spirituality. I like to read a lot of different religious texts. I did grow up in not super religious household, but we went to church, and I do. There are pieces in the Bible that really resonate with me, but we can have another video for my thoughts on the Bible and religion and all that. But I kind of treat this like people treat their Bible. Like, I don't put anything on top of this except for the stones that I'm working with for that month, and I only write my intentions in here. So for my new moon intentions, I write: I am, I will, I do, I can, I have. Very intentional with the starts of your sentences. Do not speak to releasing things during this time. We're not looking at letting go. That's what the Aquarius full moon was for. And guess what? We got another one coming up. So whatever you feel like you need to let go, just hang tight, babies. Hang tight. You got in a couple of weeks, you can write all that down and burn it up. Right now, it's all about what do you want? What do you need? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to come in regards to the Leo energy that I was speaking about, and in regards to this Lionsgate portal energy that I was speaking about? And so when you write these intentions, and let me see if I can find a Leo one just so I can show you guys. Intentions, I'll either write all in orange ink, or I'll write, and do my notes with like an orange highlighter. At the end of your intentions, you want to have a little clause. Again, whatever works for you. I typically ask that things positively align with the highest good of myself and all involved. And I say amen and abracadabra abraxas at the end. And then I sit the stones that I'm using that typically resonate with the energy of that zodiac or of that time on the notebook. And usually it just sits on my table until I come up on the next new moon. Sometimes I'll put it away, it just depends, but as of recent, it's just been sitting out on my coffee table with my stones on top of it. For the Leo new moon, if you want to work with some Leo stones, you can do carnelian, onyx. I believe, is Snowflake Obsidian 8, or is that Leo? I think that's Leo. Let me double check, y'all. Yeah, Snowflake Obsidian is the number 8, not Leo. Petrified wood, sunstone, hawkseye, carnelian, and I also like to incorporate all of my senses into my ritual. So I will have incense burning, and because we're in Leo season, I would suggest doing something that has an energetic quality to it, like a citrus smell, specifically sweet orange, honestly, but you could also do like lemongrass or like lemon verbena. And what else do I do? I think that's it for what I incorporate into actually doing my rituals for writing. And specifically to this Lionsgate, sorry, I have my notes are all over the place on this notebook today. Specifically to the Lionsgate, how I'm going to change my ritual is not that intense. I will be doing everything as normal and then attributing the energy of the number 8 to it. So I will be reading all of my intentions aloud 8 times. I read my intentions out loud. You speak things into existence. I'll be reading them aloud 8 times, and as I read each intention, I'll be tracing the infinity symbol. Speaking to doing work with sigils, which that is something that I'm learning about and getting into, so I'm not going to speak too much to that to y'all, but somebody else on YouTube, I'm sure, has a video up that could give y'all some more information. I don't like to speak on things I'm not extremely knowledgeable about, which I think most of these astrologers need to start doing, especially these influencer astrologers. But yes, so those are the things that I do for the rituals, and that's really all I got for you guys for this Leo new moon. To sum it up, it's all about, again, you do what you want when you pop in, and that is the energy coming in for us, and it's heightened by the Leo Lionsgate portal opening, really giving us that extra oomph, that extra, push to say, hey, no, step towards this. This is a cycle for you. This is what you are in alignment with, okay? The people who are going to be mostly affected by this energy are people, of course, with strong Leo placements. If you got hella Leo in your chart, this is a time for you. If you have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and what is opposite Taurus? Y'all, Scorpio? It's Scorpio. Who else? People with 16-degree sun placements for sure, but anywhere that you have 16 degrees or within 6 or 7 degrees either side of that in your chart, you can expect to see some sort of shift or some sort of change or some sort of cycle moving about in those areas. Take a look at your chart. You can just go online to Google and type, literally the easiest way to find it is go online to Google, type in natal chart current transits, and then plug your information in and plug in the dates that you want to look at and which would be today. And you can get an idea. You look at where the moon is going over your chart and all that. And what else? Speaking to people who are going to be the most affected, and people with a lot of fire energy. This is your element. This is your time. You'll see a lot of changes. You'll see a lot of shifts, or the energy really lending to the energy becoming very I can't talk, very beneficial for you guys. And that's it. That's all I got for the people who are going to be affected. Before I go, you guys, check out the August tarot forecast, because I actually 3 months later came in here and did monthly tarot readings for all the signs. Those are up now. I also have a retrograde series. I did mention earlier Uranus is in retrograde. Well, I didn't say that, but I talked about Uranus a lot. I will have that video up within the next couple of days. What else, you guys? I have notes in front of me. I could just look at them. The Aquarius full moon video, I have one of them up for the one that just passed. I'll put the other one up once we get closer to that time. And then I will be doing the COVID, this is the 5th one, I believe, a COVID reading, and we're going to cover, honestly, I think I'll do September through the end of the year. And I'll probably do that in a couple of hours if you guys want to tune in for that reading. But yeah, those are all of my shameless plugs. If you are still here, if you popped in, go on and hit that little thumbs up button for me. It does help my video become visible on YouTube, become more visible on YouTube. Y'all know these algorithms on these social media platforms be taking us out and taxing us. So if you are watching, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up video. If you want to keep up with when I put out new information, either new readings or free astrological game, dropping knowledge, hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, you can drop them down below. I come in here at least like once a week and go through my comments and try to respond to everybody that does have questions. And that is all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Again, happy birthday to the Leos. Enjoy the rest of your season. Enjoy your new moon. Again, do what you want when you pop in, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.